Hi! Today I'm talking to you guys about The Alice Network by Kate Quinn. Dun dun dun! I don't know if you guys can see this, but yeah. I listened to the audiobook of this actual novel, and I have to say, big spoiler alert, this must be one of my favorite books to date. I loved how well written this book was. I loved how the characters changed and grew throughout the story. Oh, I just loved the book. I also really loved the actual cover of the book, the cover image. Friggin' fantastic. It had me hooked from the beginning. What I hated that Charlotte never found Rose. I wanted her to find Rose the whole time, and it broke my heart in the end that she didn't. There was a little part of me that was always hoping for more. My favorite part was when Charlotte and the Scotsman got together. My first impression, I loved the title. My first impression, I absolutely loved the title. It intrigued me and I felt that I wanted to know more. After reading the back blurb, I was hooked. I bought the book immediately and I couldn't wait to get reading. This book was such an amazing read and it kept me on the edge of my seat at all times. My favorite quotes. Hope was such a painful thing, far more painful than rage. Poetry is like passion. It should not merely be pretty, it should overwhelm and bruise. A theme that I found throughout this book was searching. Searching for purpose, searching for bad guys, searching for loved ones. There was a constant searching for something throughout this whole book. Which characters did I like most? I must say I loved Eve, but I also liked Charlotte, so I couldn't really choose one. 3 words that I would use to describe this book are intriguing, persistent, and terrifying. Did I know? No, I didn't know. I was really saddened when I found out about Rose. It broke my heart and I never wanted it to be true. I found myself hoping up until the end of the book that it wasn't true. And I kept thinking it must be wrong, but it wasn't. The ending was a happy ending and I absolutely loved that about the book. Major emotional responses. I was emotional throughout this book. The whole book. There were parts where I actually found myself laughing out loud and there were parts where I was ugly crying in this book. It was an emotional roller coaster ride. This book tells the character stories so well and it illustrates their growth throughout this time period perfectly. What readers would be interested in this book? Anyone who loves historical fiction or a good mystery. My biggest takeaway from this book is to be a strong woman, to go for what you want, and to be able to stand on your own 2 feet. I give this book a 9 out of 10 and a definite thumbs up from me. I'm Meg, by the way, and I hope you enjoyed this book review of The Alice Network by Kate Quinn.